How do I learn how to say no to the things that suck my time and energy? Well, the first thing is to say no. And sometimes it's verbal. Sometimes write it down, because some of y'all are kinesthetic learners, let's be honest, and you won't believe it till you write it down. And then when somebody calls you and says, hey, I just need a minute. First of all, they're lying. Nobody ever just needs a minute. They all need like an hour. And we know the reality of this, but you have to be comfortable with telling them, I don't have the bandwidth. I love you as a human. I don't have the bandwidth. I had to tell somebody that earlier today because they wanted to talk about something not directly related to any of my businesses, not related to my family, not related to anything that was in my top 5 priorities. Now you're thinking top 5 priorities, Leigh Brown, what is that? Look, that, my friends, is the secret. So you hung in there for a minute to get the secret. The secret is find out what your top 5 priorities are. Now, I don't know what yours are, because your life is your life. I mean, your life. Can we think about that for a second? Your business is not your life. What you do is not who you are. So what are those top 5 priorities that should control everything when it comes down to a tough decision? How about your faith life? God controls my number 1 priority slot. If I am sacrificing anything related to my faith, I'm making a huge misstep. How about the person you're sleeping with? In my case, that's my husband. And so think about who that is and how important they are in that space. And if they're not important enough to make your top 5, friend, we're going to have a whole different discussion about that. How about those people you gave birth to? How about your kids? And look, if the kids outrank the person you're sleeping with, there's also might be a problem there, because kids weren't designed to be the center of the universe. We are supposed to educate them and raise them up to be the best possible version of themselves. But too many of our children have become our personal projects, and that ain't cool. Now, what else is a priority? Oh, I love my parents, y'all. You know how important my family is to me, and I still have them. And so I want to make sure that my parents are a priority. Yours may or may not be. Again, your priority is going to be different than mine. And then I got my chickens. Let's just be honest. I love my chickens. They are a joy in my life. And they're even more joyful when they lay regularly, because, you know, with the rain and the storms, they have had some trauma. And I worry about the girls and even the roosters. I worry about them too. You notice that in my top 5, it's not my speaking business, my book business, my real estate business, or any of my businesses, because your business life should be outranked by something that really, really matters, where you have major impact. When you start to figure this out, that's when you learn how to say no. Because if you say yes to something, you're automatically saying no to something else. And until you define your 5 priorities, you're going to wind up saying no to them. So friends, I need you to do a little reset. We're heading into the second half of 2022. There's no better time than right now for you to make a hard decision that's going to wind up making everything easier.